It's your girl Shalae, and I'm back today with another stimulus check update video. In today's video, we are going to talk about, guess. If you said another proposal, ding, 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 you are absolutely correct. Okay, so guys, we have the latest proposal where you can actually get $10,000 in credit card interest relief during the pandemic. So if you want to know how you can possibly save $10,000 or if this is going to pass, you already know what to do. Stay tuned. I got you covered. Now guys, if this is your first time tuning into my channel, I want to invite you to my internet home, okay? Here on this channel, we talk about shopping, saving, and everything in between. And oh, I forgot to mention my name. It's Shalae. So my name is Shalae, and I would definitely love to have you, okay? I have quite a few videos on this stimulus, the stimulus information. So check out a few videos, grab a snack, and just binge watch them. Now, also for my non-filers, VA recipients, as well as railroad recipients as well, there is no new information that has been put out regarding your situation. Believe me, I have not forgotten about you. There's nothing at all that's being addressed in the news right now, as well as my Forgotten 15. If you are a payee, according to the Social Security Administration website, payees should be paid on May 27th. So we will have to wait and see. I know some of my SSI people have been receiving their money in the mail with checks as well as direct deposit. So if you are one of those people who still have not received your money, I promise you, once I find out information, I want to share it with you. I'm going to share the knowledge, okay? So I haven't forgotten about you. Y'all still on my radar? You still in my back pocket, okay? Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and jump into this $10,000. First of all, raise your hand if you have credit card debt. Like, put down the little emojis on for people that are not familiar with the emojis. They're like little cartoon things. Tell your grandson or your niece or your sister or brother to help you. Drop a little emoji if you have credit card debt, okay? So we all know right now that Congress is actually deadlocked on when to pass the next relief bill, what is going to happen or what is going to be included in the next relief bill. So enter another proposal. And guys, like I said, be prepared. I know a lot of people are like, I'm tired of these proposals. Get me my money. I agree. But what we also, the last thing that we want, guys, this may be, the phase 4 may be the last stimulus. So you want to make sure that you kind of take your time. Now, am I saying move at snail's pace? Absolutely not. But you want to make sure a lot of things are addressed in this phase 4 because we might not get any more money. And if we don't, we all know that this thing may come back in the fall. You kind of want it to be prepared, okay? So just keep that in mind. All right, so with this creative solution to help Americans during this pandemic, two law professors, Norman Silver and John Silver, two law professors. We're just gonna stick with that, okay? Whatever their names is not determined right now, alrighty? But they are asking that the federal government subsidize interest payments on consumer credit cards or even cap the interest rates during this whole pandemic. So what does all that mean? So guys, like you already know, when you go to the store and you buy a hamburger, and just say that hamburger was $5, by the time, depending on your credit card, the interest rate could be anywhere from 9 to 30%, depending on your credit, the card, and everything. That $9 burger is probably going to end up at the end of the month costing you almost $27, $30, $35. So I hope it was good, okay? So we know that the interest rates are high, and we also know that the unemployment rates are at an all-time high. We also know that the stimulus payments were not enough to sustain Americans, that a lot of people don't have money. So what are people doing? The people that don't have money, they're charging it on credit cards, they're borrowing money, they're doing a lot of different things for people that do have credit cards. So if you do have credit cards, I mean, right now, the struggle is real. Like, let's be honest about it. There's no need to hide this. Everyone is struggling. Well, not everyone, I'm not gonna say everyone, but there are some financial factors right now that people are considering. And even if you do have your job, and even if you do have an emergency plan, you know, we don't know what may happen 6 months from now. So you may be doing good right now, okay? Don't burn the schoolhouse down just because you got your stuff together now, because 6 months from now, you can be in the same situation. We don't know, right? Because we don't know what's going on with companies. So what they are proposing is this, that the government will pay 70% of the interest, and then you would only be responsible for 30%. So let's just go ahead and break it down mathematically, what they're stating, because I know it sounds crazy. So say, for example, if you owe $6,000 on a credit card, and just say your interest rate is 25%, well, at the end of the month, you would pay $125 in interest, okay? So $6,000 credit card, you have 25% rate, you would pay $125 in interest. What they are stating that, let's cap it. Like, instead of paying 25%, the cap would be 12%. They didn't put a number on there, don't know what the cap is, but just say if the cap was 12%. Well, then instead of you paying $125 in interest, you would actually only pay $60 in interest. But wait, so that would save you almost like, a good amount of money, like $65, but it would be $60 in interest, but then the government would be responsible for 70% of the $60. So then the government would pay $42 of the interest, and you would only have to pay $18. So let's break it down, because I know some people got off the bus. $6,000 you owe on your credit card, at an interest rate of 25%, you would pay $125 in interest. Scratch the $125 that you would pay, let's put a cap on the interest, and then what will end up happening is, just say at 12%, you only would pay $60 in interest, make the government pay 70% of that, you would only owe $18, and then you can actually defer those payments off. So even at the $18, instead of you paying it right now, you can actually defer it and say until this pandemic is over with. Now, that's what they're saying. So with this proposal, it's like, either let's defer some of the credit card payments, let's put a cap on what can be charged as far as interest rates, whether that's 3%, 6%. And I mean, if you think about it, guys, with the student loans, they put the student loans at goose egg, 0%. So they're stating, let's do this for credit cards, because some people are using their credit cards during this pandemic. And what's gonna happen is they're gonna have these high interest rates, they're gonna have all this. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. This is a little bit too much. It was much for me to even digest it, to explain it to you. And I know you're probably on the other end like, girl, what are you talking about? Right? It is a lot. And I don't know where we think the government is going to get all this money from. Like, I still stand by my original position. I am for the government helping the American people. If they want to put this proposal in, it doesn't affect me as far as I wouldn't benefit from it, but I'm not always in the business of how do I benefit from it. I'm in the benefit of the greater good of the people. Not everyone can say that, but so I don't be like, well, I don't have credit cards. So no, if it will benefit majority of the people, I'm okay. If it's something that will help the American people, I'm okay with it. I don't know where we're gonna get this money to pay the 70%. I don't know where we're gonna get half this money from all these proposals, if you wanna, and truth be told, but they are proposing this regarding up to, and so you would get where the government will pay up to $10,000 in credit card interest for you. That's what the goal is. Now, what do you think about it? Let me know, let me know in the comments below. You always give me your opinion. First of all, do you have credit card debt? Have you been using your credit cards to sustain your living right now? Because I know some people have. And what do you think about them paying the interest for the $10,000? Let me know. Also, I know a lot of people were still worried about some of the prepaid cards and different things on there. If you actually go to the IRS website, they do have some more questions on if you can purchase gas on your prepaid card, the prepaid debit card that they're sending out to 4 million people. It also covers the fees. Now, guys, I know in a few videos at first when they originally put out the information, they said there was no fees on this card. But We Determined by Mari, that was a lie. Okay, Mari determined that the prepaid debit card does have some fees associated with it. So if you do receive a prepaid debit card this week, I would highly suggest that you read the information that comes in the packet, as well as go to the eipcard.com, because there are fees associated with it. All right. That's all I have. I put out 2 videos today. Keep submitting your Ask Shalae questions. I have not forgotten about you. I have not forgotten about a lot of people that have been wanting for their money. We just gotta wait, guys. We have been waiting and waiting. I don't know how long this wait is gonna be. I mean, at this point, I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be 60. I'm gonna have gray in my hair by the time we get some answers to this, okay? But I'm here. As long as you're here and watching me, I'll show up. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. All right, bye.